Good morning, beautiful Unity on the River people, congregants. Welcome, welcome to this day of releasing and letting go on the burning bowl ceremony. And we open today with Hallelujah, Christ is born. Please rise and join us.
And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit from my life. And my heart is open wide.
and joy. Today I am a messenger of peace and joy. Today I am a messenger of love. Today I am a messenger of peace and joy. Today I am a messenger of God. The peace of God is the peace in my heart. The joy of God is my joy. The love of God has transformed my every need. Today I am a messenger of God. John Hyde's brand new accordion. Yeah! Today I am a messenger of peace and joy. Today I am a messenger of love. Today I am a messenger of peace and joy. Today I am a messenger of love. The peace in this world today. I am the joy, I am love. I am the hope of the Christ that dwells within. Today I am a messenger of God. Today I am a messenger of peace and joy. Today I am a messenger of love. Today I am a messenger of peace and joy. Today I am a messenger of God. 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 Let's take that in very soft. Today I am a messenger of God into our hearts. Today I am a messenger of God. Today I am a messenger of God. And we hold that in our hearts as we invite up Tom Paolini to say our prayer.
Let's take in a deep breath. Exhaling, we're just going to consciously release and let go of any concerns left at home, things to do when we get back, releasing and let go of anything that can keep us in this present moment right here and right now. Be a messenger of God. Show up as the fullest and highest expression of the Christ. Each and every one of you is the individual expression of God, a messenger of God in your own way. I invite you to just be present with that reminder right now. Knowing that each and every moment is an opportunity to remember that I am a messenger of God. I am God in action. So I invite you to say that with me at this time. I am God in action.
I
am God in action.
Again.
I am God in action.
So it is.
So it is.
We'll bring up the prayer box at this time to bless these prayers. Knowing that each and every one of these requests is a call for love, a call for peace, a call for joy, a call for prosperity. And we
sing Surely the Presence? That's what we're waiting for. Shall we take the hand of the person next to us in this holy state of consciousness? And sing Surely the Presence.
See what I mean? Thank you, Brian. I'm going the wrong way. So I'm sharing the platform today with Jack Santos, who will be facilitating with us, and our lovely prayer leader, co-leader, Rena David today. So thank you. And take it away, Jack.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Oh, my gosh, it's great. We're coming up on the end of the year. The holidays are driving us all nuts, and but it's wonderful to be here together as a spiritual community and just celebrating. And I want to welcome new friends and streamers. So the streamers, say hi to the streamers. They join us from all over the world. Usually there's 20, 30, 40, 50 or more people that are joining us in service. So it's wonderful to spread our light out amongst the world. And new friends, any new friends with us, new people, and if you're shy about raising your hands, here's an incentive. You get 10% off at the bookstore after, and a flower. So if you're new to our community and want to kind of know, well, oh, there's somebody. give the little baby a flower. But, well, we're all family, and we always welcome everybody's presence here today. We'll start with our vision statement. I'm taking my cues off the slides today, if you haven't noticed. But so let's all together say our vision statement. Awakened to and transformed by divine love, we are an expanding, compassionate, inclusive beacon of light. And our mission statement, transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in the world. So the announcements today, we'll start with next Sunday, January 5th, the White Stone ceremony that Reverend Olgan Holder will be holding. So we're always looking forward to these two events, today Burning Bowl and then followed by White Stone. So looking forward to that. And also classes that we have coming up. Amy Jocelyn, our most recent, I think, licensed Unity teacher, is holding classes, A Trip to Bethlehem. Amy, are you here today? okay, she's not here today. She's probably on YouTube. Hi, Amy. And a trip to Bethlehem and discerning your purpose. So sign up for those classes. You can sign up for them online. And our annual meeting, don't forget our annual meeting. There's always things happening with the church and the property, and I'm sure everybody's interested in finding the latest. So the annual meeting is going to happen Sunday, January 26th. And now we're at that time of the service where we get to say namaste to one another and look at each other and see the Christ in each other. Namaste.
So I just invite you to take a breath with me. And this song is called New Every Morning, and it ponders the beginning of consciousness and how it all began in us as us, and we became the light that we are. So, new every morning. Love is new every morning. In the beginning, it hovered over the water. It broke an unbroken silence. It spoke light into darkness, and there was light. In the beginning, we were made in God's image. We were naked without shame, till we fell for the darkness, and there was night. Love's mercies I knew. Love's mercies I knew every morning. Love's mercies I knew. Love's mercies I knew every morning. In the beginning, there was the Word, and it was God. And the Word, it was with God. And it dwelt within us. And there was life. In the beginning, we felt the hope of your consciousness, and all of life trembled, and we were blessed by this being, and there was life. Love's mercies are new, love's mercies are new every morning. Love's mercies are new, mercies are new. Love's 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 mercies are new. New every morning. Love's mercies are new. Love's mercies are new. Love's mercies are new. Love's mercies are new. New every morning. In the beginning.
Thank you, Meg. Good morning. Any Capricorns here today? I always like to check in with fellow Capricorns to see if they felt that they got gypped on Christmas.
Because guess whose birthday it is today?
Today is my birthday. Thank you. So I check in with fellow Capricorns to see if they felt they got gypped on Christmas, like half of their presents on Christmas, the other half on their birthday. Because I always went with that I was getting work. Now, my poor mother had 9 kids. And she, of course, did all the Christmas shopping, all the Christmas wrapping for 9 kids. And my story that I go to every year that I talk to a fellow Capricorn is when I was 16, I was going to a parochial school, a private high school, and I wanted a pair of wingtips shoes. If anybody goes back that far, you know what wingtips are, right? Everybody had wingtips. If you were anybody, you had wingtips. I needed a pair of wingtips. And again, my mother didn't work. We had 9 kids. My father was the sole provider. So, you know, that was a big chunk of money. And so the story I told is I got one shoe on Christmas and the other shoe on my birthday. And the thing is, I don't know if that's true. I know what did happen was in the box that said Wingtips, Florsheim, whatever that brand was, there was a pair of high heels. And my mother just cracked up. She thought that was funny. And I thought, pretty sure my sisters put her up to it. And so I'm not sure where the other part came in, where I got one shoe, whether they wrapped on one shoe and said, okay, here it is, just to see the aggravation of my face. But it's interesting that the story I keep going to is I only got one shoe on my birthday, one shoe on Christmas, one shoe on my birthday. So some of the studies that I've been doing with the Q process, becoming a Q coach, and really looking into the brain and the neural networks and how the brain processes information. And it's interesting to find out that one of the researchers, Caroline Leaf, in her book, Who Switched Off My Brain, that each time a thought is dominating your conscious mind, you can do something with it. But every time a familiar thought becomes conscious, it is changed. Every time a familiar thought becomes conscious again, it is changed. And the change occurs because it has to be reconsolidated and new proteins made, reconfiguring neural connections before it is returned to the neural net. So thoughts which we rethink are either consciously redesigned and changed or kept the same and reinforced. So I've been reinforcing one shoe. I'm letting that one go today. So this is also true of memories, or at least the meaning we have made out of our memories. As Dr. Leaf puts it, when a memory becomes unstable, it can be modified, toned down, or retranscribed by interfering with protein synthesis, an important molecular process in thought consolidation. Now, I find that really interesting. Other research that they have determined is that in Lillian Hill, in her white paper, who's also a researcher in brain function and cognition, says researchers have determined information that is contextually embedded is easier to learn. And contextual memory refers to information associated with circumstances, locations, and emotions. So contextual memory is embedded in, is easier to learn, and that is with circumstances, locations, and emotions. Emotional states are the link between learning and memory. We literally must feel something is true before it can be believed and learned. We literally must feel it is true before it can be learned and believed. So I just find the study of the brain fascinating and what it means and the stories that, you know, of our past and our embedded beliefs and what it takes to really release those. Carl Jung says that one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. By making the conscious darkness. Darkness conscious. Thank you, Meg. I'm letting that go. So we have to know what is blocking our light in order to release it. We have to acknowledge our perceived roadblocks and be willing to see it another way. We have to be willing to look at the darkness and be okay with what we see and not turn away, not judge it, not ignore it, as if ignoring it doesn't exist, or I'm not taking it on, so I'm just pushing it down, I'm ignoring it, I'm letting it go. In that sense, ignoring it is not bringing it to our awareness, but to look at it in order to remember who we truly are and who we came here to be. We have to see the wound in order to heal. And so looking at the darkness may bring up a word that we may avoid from time to time. And I'm talking about forgiveness. Forgiveness, does that word conjure up anything for you? When you hear the word forgiveness, do you automatically go to that memory bank and feel those emotions again? And feel the anger, feel that you will lose again and someone else will gain if you let them off the hook with forgiveness? If you say those words, I forgive? What if the only person you need to forgive is yourself? Take everyone else out of the equation. The only person you need to forgive is yourself. What if forgiveness actually means letting go? Letting go of this burden. And replacing it with self-love, self-compassion, forgiveness, forgive, give for. So what are you giving forth? You are giving the only thing, A Course in Miracles says, that you have to give and never lose is love. Thank you. The only thing that you have to give and never lose is love. And I know each and every one of you is a giving person because you're here in our community. And I see you in service. And I see you giving. And the only person that you really need to love is yourself. And love of yourself is allowing the forgiveness to come in, the self-compassion to come in, to be okay with where you're at right now. Letting go of the beliefs we've developed about ourselves and how we have embedded those beliefs deep within our psyche. So, in that research with Lillian Hill, and emotional states are the link between learning and memory, we literally must feel something is true before it can be believed. And you talk about prayer is our connection with divine mind, and prayer in unity is affirmation, and what we are affirming is the truth of who we are. It's in the song, The Messenger of God. It's in the songs that we sing here. It's in the classes that we teach. And I firmly believe the more we say these affirmations with feeling, the more we can embed these into our understanding. That we become the love that we truly are. That we start with love of ourselves. And that each and every moment we see an opportunity to transmute pain into love. We have an opportunity, if someone is appearing to come from anger, to see it as a call for love. And to be able to be in that love in order to dispel the anger. So A Course in Miracles says, how can you know whether you chose the stairs to heaven or the way to hell? How can you know if you chose the stairs to heaven or the way to hell? It's quite easily. How do you feel? How do you feel? So, in a bit, we're going to practice self-forgiveness, letting go of those beliefs and ideas, thoughts that don't serve our higher good, that don't serve the truth of who we are, that don't serve that understanding that we are the love, that we are the ones, that you are the ones, that you are the messenger of God. In a bit, co-leader of the prayer chaplain team, Rena David, will lead us into a meditation. And everyone should have in their bulletin a little piece of flash paper and a pencil.
And if you didn't get one, should you ask for one?
Yep. So anyone that doesn't have one, just raise your hand. If everyone has a bulletin, you should have a piece of paper. Does anyone not have one? Lynette? Here. Keith?
The band needs
And after the meditation, when Rena's leading the meditation, she's going to invite you to release those things that you would like to let go this year. And on the flash paper, you will write down those things. The prayer chaplains will lead from the back of the sanctuary down the middle aisles. And we'll have 2 burning bowls, 2 fires up here. So you'll come up, you'll place your flash paper, just drop it into the burning bowl, and it should poof. Make sure it's on the flash paper. No other paper we can burn. And then after you drop your flash paper into the burning bowl, this side will exit around the back, and this side will exit around this back and down the outside aisles. Okay? So you'll write it on the flash paper, drop it in the burning bowl, and then around the back. So does everyone have flash paper now? One more. 2 more. Carry these up, right? Mm-hmm. I want to carry these up front. So what do you want to release? What darkness are you avoiding to look at? What's blocking your vision of your greater and higher good, of your true essence? So we invite you to look at your family of origin, your relationships, your family. Can you be okay with letting them be the way they are? Can you notice who you allow to trigger you? Are you willing to let that go? Who are you comparing yourself to? And are you willing to let that go? Can you be at peace with it? Your key relationships, your partners, your spouse, a work relationship, past relationships, career path. Can you be at peace with where you are? And are you pursuing your passion? Your finances. Are you comfortable with your income? Are you at peace with it? Your spiritual path. Do you compare your spiritual growth to others? Can you let that go? Your body image. Do you feel comfortable looking in the mirror? Can you let go of the idea that it should be this or that? Can you say in the mirror, I love you? And do any of the above bring up thoughts or ideas of shame? guilt, lack, or limitation? And are you willing to let those go? And I invite you to get centered, and Rena will lead us into meditation.
Deep breath in. I invite you to close your eyes. Allow the chair to fully support you. Relax your shoulders. With each breath, we will take that 18-inch journey ever so deeper into our hearts, the seat of our soul, the place of all-knowing, the true essence of who we are, who you are. For this day is about you. Breathe deeply, rest, float. Feel the warmth. In this very moment, there is no fear. In this very moment, all is cared for. Thoughts of thanks, thoughts of joy, gratitude for being here. No harm. Breathe into that. This is your moment. To release a fear or to embrace love. For love is all there is. To yourself, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. To yourself, to your God, to your fellow man, I love you. I am sorry I misunderstood. I am sorry I let my ego mislead you. I'm sorry in a moment I chose fear. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you for the greatest gift known. In every moment we can start again. Right here, right now, with each breath. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. To yourself, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. As we go into the silence and dwell in everlasting love. Gently, ever so gently return. Open your eyes when you are ready. You may begin writing what you release as you step into love. Choose love. Cast aside that shadow that doesn't serve us today, right here, right now. Whatever it was no longer exists. And so it is.
And if you're ready, the prayer chaplains will lead from the back of the sanctuary down the middle aisles. Who's our other prayer chaplain? Where's Sharon?
Thank you, Tom and Rena. That was awesome. You know, and if I had known, I would have worn my wingtips. You think I'm joking? A funny story for those of you that know me. I travel for my job all over the world, and sometimes it gets a little lonely. You know, you don't have a business dinner, and you kind of don't have nothing to do, and you're sitting in a corner in a restaurant in Amsterdam or someplace. And I always look for the person with the tassels or the wingtips. And I go to them and I say, "Oh, you're American. Would you like to join me for dinner?" And it works. It always works. But so I'd like to acknowledge our prayer chaplains. Prayer chaplains, if you would stand, and just wonderful leading us in this ceremony. They're there for you after the service, and they'll hold any items you have in confidence. And we also have a home and hospital visitation service, and Nancy and who else? And Catherine are here, and you can see them if you need a home and hospital chaplain. Now it's that time in our service when we do our tithes and offerings affirmation. So if you hold your tithes and offerings in your hands and say with me, "Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive."
Thank you. Just want to acknowledge our music team, Meg and John, choir. We receive these gifts with joy, with open heart, and gratefulness, knowing that these gifts go on to help this ministry flourish, and a portion of these tithes go to our local communities and local charities, and also a portion go out to our Unity Village to help and support the worldwide mission. And so this, we are so grateful. So it is. Thank you.
Right. Well, we've given up what doesn't serve anymore, and it's time to be us. And what do we do when we're us? We shine! Shine! Let's go! Shine like the sun. confusion and drink from the one holy grail and shine like the sun. Everybody shine like the sun. It's our light, not our darkness that frightens us. Who are we meant to be? Brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous, we're meant to fly free and shine like the sun. Everybody shine like the sun. Let your light be a wonder to the world. You've got nothing to hide. Radiating the glory of love. Turn yourself on. Turn yourself on. Come on, Keith. Yeah. Everybody Thank you, everyone. And so now we welcome in our beautiful children who shine at every moment. We are walking as the light of God. We are walking as the We are walking as the light of God. We are walking as the light of God. We are walking, woo! We are walking, wow.
Namaste, I stand in the presence. So whereas often we do a completely separate thing than what you're doing, at this time of year, we do exactly what you're doing in here. So all the kids sort of thought about what they wanted to let go from the year behind and what they're setting their intentions for the year before, and we did our own little burning bowl outside. So. So as we go into the new year, I really want to reiterate what Ogun will often say up here, which is sincerely, I invite any of you guys to talk to me or Sarah and pick a week, like a month ahead, and come spend some time with us for 15 minutes or the whole service, whichever you choose. And I think you'll enjoy it and really get to know these guys even better. So namaste, thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Sarah. All right. Shall we rise and sing our peace song? Who would like to pray with us tonight? Okay, let's go.
Father
God surrounds us. We are the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love of God. The power of God protects us. We are the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well, and we are richly blessed.